guys, and welcome back to another episode of Scotty Knows. Today we're going to kind of start the Civic build, continue that a little bit. As you see it earlier, I did go ahead and install this front top strut mount. I had it sitting on my shelf over there, so I figured it'd be a good opportunity to do that. Right now I'm actually waiting on some seats. I did go ahead and finish up this door panel, so that's ready to go, but I got my back seats, which I'm probably just going to get reupholstered just to make it easier. Instead of having to tape everything up and paint it, I'm just trying to get this build done. And I did order some seats, which are going to come in black, but I'll probably wait and get those reupholstered with the back seats. That way I can get this thing ready to go. And I'm still waiting on a friend of mine to come over and help me with the electrical so I can get these door poppers done, which would allow me to get these door panels on too. But meantime, I'm actually going to start working on this motor. So I brought in my engine crane. Still got my engine stand in the other garage. But I'm going to get this transmission off first. There's a couple things I have to get off of it first, like the starter, some things like that. And then we should be able to pry that transmission off, and I'll get this thing hoisted up and put on the motor stand. Alright guys, so actually the next day here, figure I'd get some gloves on this time since it's, getting me kind of dirty. But I did go ahead and take off a bolt. Might be hard to see. Right down in here. Which also connects to the transmission. And there's one down here at the bottom, which I also removed. So I should be able to pull this transmission apart. I'm going to find some wood, that way I can maybe stabilize this motor so it doesn't fall, and then separate this transmission, and then maybe get this thing on a stand. So let me find some wood, see if I can prop this thing up so it doesn't fall over, and we'll get this transmission off. Alright, so I got the transmission removed, and before I put it on the stand, I'm going to remove the clutch and pressure plate. So with these bolts here, I got myself a spline socket set. Just something you can pick up at Harbor Freight, kind of cheap. No need to go expensive for that, but I'll go ahead and put my 3/8 impact on here, see if I can get this pressure plate off, and we'll get that clutch out. nice. We got the clutch and pressure plate off, as well as I got everything in a bag labeled, so that way when I come back to reinstall, I know what bolts to do. One thing I noticed that kind of sucks is the fact that I have a bolt for the transmission that's broken right there. I think that was going to be my mounting point for my engine stand. So I'm going to see if I can grab something, maybe I can get it out, we'll see, and go from there. So I think my solution to getting this out after checking out what I could do, my vice grips didn't fit, is I'm probably going to weld this flat nut on there and see if I can get it off that way. But to get some access, I'm going to go ahead and take off this distributor. Hey guys, so welcome back again. It's the next day, a little wet outside, but in the previous clip here you probably see me working on the motor here. So I got the transmission off, had a little issue with this I guess stud there, the bolt that holds the transmission on. So I ended up drilling it out. I tried to tack weld some stuff on there, but of course my welding's not great. I am practicing, so bear with me. But I ended up getting this kind of drilled through. I got to use larger size bits and I should be able to get that out no problem. And of course I may have to retap it. So stay tuned for that. I do want to create a whole different series for this motor build, so I want you guys to stay tuned for that. But in the previous video, I did tell you guys that I ordered some seats, and they came in. So I went ahead with the blue and black ones here. My goal actually is to maybe get these reupholstered in white. I do want to have a complete white interior, as well as the rear seats, which I have in my other garage. I'm going to get those done probably at the same time. But temporarily, they look pretty good. I went ahead and got them bolted down. Just to kind of make sure they all fit nice and snug, and they're pretty good seats, not bad. They're not my Sparcos like I have in my Del Sol here, but again I'm going to get them reupholstered, so again I'm not looking for it to be a high-end seat, so I'll get them redone here in the future. I do want to tighten up this interior. As far as the door popper kit for my shaved door handles, I do actually have a buddy of mine going to come by here in the next week or so to try to help me with this electrical issue that I have, and see if I can get these dash lights working again. So I checked the dimmer switch, everything seems to be working fine. Everything seems to be working, so I guess we'll play that by ear. But again, yeah, we're coming along. So my next step here is to actually get these seat belts all out. There's actually a company I think it's called Safety Restore. I'll leave the link below. That I can actually change my seat belts to white. They're the original stock gray, so I'll get these pulled out here in this video, as well as the rear seats. So come along and see if we can get these things out. And let me know what you think about these seats in the comments below. So as far as the seams, there's actually only one bolt, which I believe is a 17 millimeter, and then I got a screw here which actually holds the seat belt thing in. So I should be able to get that out. So let me see if I can finagle it and get this thing out of here. So I got the one bolt out down holding this one on, but there's actually another 10 millimeter up in here, right behind the belt. So I think that should be it to get it off. Then I'll try to find a small screwdriver and get this little piece off. So let me tackle that. All right, so I got the 10 millimeter nut out. I got this piece out. See if I can not scratch a bunch of stuff. See if I can get this thing out here. Alright, so driver's side's out. I'll work on the passenger side and see if I can get that out. Alright, so passenger side's out. And I think I got the rear out. Probably have been easier to pop these panels off to get to it so I wouldn't cut myself. But I am probably gonna have to get them off at some point to get the rear done. But I'll pop out the rear seat belts under all this good mess after I clean my hands. I don't want to touch this stuff with my dirty hands. So let me clean my hands, get these seats out, and see if I can get these things packed up. Alright, so I went ahead and got the rear seats out. Just kind of bolted into the back of the frame of the body here. So I do have to find my top ones. I'm not sure where my top ones are. I think they're at a box maybe at my dad's house. If I get those boxed up and we'll get those shipped out, see if I can get these things in white and see if I can make it a lot better. So I'm gonna take my hardware here, put it in a bag, label it. So I'm not sure how long it's gonna take to get it back, but once we get it back, we'll go ahead and get it installed. So I think that's gonna do it for today's videos, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about those seats that I have inside the car. Again, I do think I'm gonna actually get them reupholstered in a white, same with the rear seats. But I'm gonna send those seat belts over and make sure I get those done in white, make sure everything matches, and hopefully that goes pretty well. And not too expensive. I think they're pretty reasonable. But stay tuned for the next series I have for the D16Z6 motor. As you've seen, I started kind of working on that. I got the transmission off. I got to get that bolt out. So I'm gonna play with that a little bit and then hopefully get things moving in the right direction. So we'll start a new series with that build. I'm gonna try to build it for the Del Sol. Since my other motor is actually still in the shop, I'm not sure what the holdup is on that. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of been working on other stuff, so I haven't called or really kept up on it. But I am gonna follow up on that, but also build this thing. So again, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, leave your feedback below. Again, with the seats, let me know what you guys think, if I should keep them or if I should get them done white. Whatever your thoughts are, it's greatly appreciated. But again, I thank you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. So until then, peace.